Hello plant friends, this is Mira from Basic Plants and welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing okay. I hope you are finding things to do in your homes. Today I decided to make a new video. Originally I wanted to make a different video, but things change, I guess. And today I will talk about my Hoyas and my Hoya collection. You will see that I grow most of them in one space on this shelf here. So I will take you on a tour of this plant shelf, Hoya shelf, mostly. So this is my Hoya shelf, and you can see I grow most of my Hoyas on these two levels of the shelf. And I actually grow them under an LED light, and this is a 36 watt LED light, and it is cool white LED light. And most of them are growing really nicely under this light. Some of them actually bloomed. Some of them are getting a bit too much light, but this is something that I still have to work on in the future. So yes. And then the first Hoya we will start is this Hoya Bella. I took a cutting of this Bella from a larger plant that you will see later in the video. And this was my semi-hydro experiment, my first time trying semi-hydro. And it's doing really nicely. It has a lot of new growth, but as you can see, the new growth is a bit red, and that's because it's too close to the light, and Hoya Bella is actually a Hoya that doesn't like so much light. But we will fix that in the future. This is a Hoya carnosa, and my friend thinks this is a Hoya carnosa red, but it yet has to bloom, so we will see if it's actually that or not. And then the next Hoya that we will talk about is this Hoya lacunosa here. And then this Hoya lacunosa has a peduncle, but unfortunately the buds fell off, but I hope it will bloom soon. It's twice the size as it was. I had this as a cutting. This is Hoya that I got from my friend, and he bought this as Hoya tsangii, but we actually think it's Hoya burtonii or Hoya DS70, but I think the correct name would be Hoya burtonii, and it has these really nice red leaves. Next to it is Hoya callistophila with these beautiful veins. I just love this Hoya, even though it's a very, very, very slow grower for me, but I hope it will grow faster soon. This is a Dischidia. And then this is Hoya australis, subspecies australis with yellow margins. And this is a very slow grower for me. It barely grew since I got it, but it has nice fuzzy leaves and it's more succulent than your regular australis. And then the next Hoya is this Hoya carrara with big green leaves. This Hoya is recovering. It did not grow so well for me, but I hope it will recover soon. It has a new branch growing. And yeah, then the next Hoya that we have is this Hoya passiflora, and it's a really nice Hoya with small leaves. It hasn't bloomed yet. I think the blooms will be interesting to see. And then the next Hoya is this Hoya linearis, and I took a cutting for my friend, and you can see here that I took a cutting in the wrong place. Actually, probably could have cut a bit higher up, which I will do, and then I will propagate it again for a fuller plant. And then this is just Hoya that I got from replant, Hoya carnosa crimson queen, and then this is Hoya carnosa splash that I got as a gift, and it has really, really nice splashing on the leaves, and I hope it will get even more. And then the next Hoya, this Hoya affinis choniana PNG6 with nice veining on the leaves. It's quite small, but I hope it will grow well. And then I have the Hoya quintiniana, I think. It has reddish margins on the leaves, and then I will show you similar Hoya later. This is Hoya pubicalyx. This is Royal Hawaiian purple. Has really nice black leaves. The new ones are black-ish. This is Hoya polinera, fishtail Hoya. Very beautiful leaves on it, as you can see. And I absolutely love it. You can see it has grown so much for me. I think 4 nodes in like maybe less than 6 months. So I hope to see it bloom. This is Hoya merillii, and this leaf that I have here, it already arrived damaged. It's very slow to grow. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I love the leaves.
hope it will grow faster and it will get more red. This is a Hoya I got as a gift from a friend. This is Hoya acuta, EPC 917, stable pink splash. What a name! The splash should be pinkish. I really don't see it, but okay, I love it still. It's beautiful. And this is Hoya Crinkle 8, and you can kind of see it has really nice kind of wrinkled leaves. It's a good grower, I like it. This is Hoya Lauterbachii. This is supposed to be a fast grower. It's just growing okay for me. I don't see it growing really fast. This Hoya, I don't think I will ever see it bloom. It's a notoriously bad bloomer. This is Hoya Imperialis that you saw in my video. I don't know what to do with this one. It's recovering still. It's growing very slowly, if at all. Just the flowers. I want to see the flowers in this. That's all. But yeah. And then this is a Dischidia watermelon. It has very beautiful reddish leaves under the light. I love how this looks, and it's growing really fast under the light. And then the next Hoya here is Hoya kerrii that you can see. But first we have Hoya finlaysonii. This one grew this vine with no leaves, had a peduncle, but the buds fell off here, and my camera won't focus, of course. But the veining on the leaves is very nice, and I will try to show you under the light. Okay, you can see the dust. Gotta fix that. But yeah, you can kind of see the veining. This is Hoya rangsan with a very big leaf, and this one has very nice splashing. This one blooms for me all the time. It bloomed 3 times this year, and it didn't grow much really. It's a slow grower, but it blooms all the time, and it has this one huge leaf that I love. And very nice root system too that I rooted, so I'm very proud. And then this is Hoya kerrii. I barely saved this Hoya. You can see it has very huge leaves. That's why I love it. It arrived half rotten, and actually it has new growth, which I'm super proud of again. But the stem actually ends just under the node, which is not very good. It has nice roots now. Barely saved it, but yeah, this is where the stem ends, and you can see when I do a close-up. It's barely alive, but it's growing nicely now. It recovered. This is Hoya nicholsonii. Got this as a gift again. It did lose a leaf here. I'm not quite sure why. The root system is nice. It's not rotting, so we'll see how it goes. It did really nicely so far. I don't know why it happened. This is one of the compactas that I have. Had some issues with it in soil, but it's doing really nicely in semi-hydro. The root system is very nice, and it's actually growing, which it never did before. This is Hoya australis lisa. It started to grow only after I took a cutting of it. It did not grow before that, but it's very nice. This is Australis subspecies tenupius, and then Lisa. And then the next Hoya that I have is Hoya SP Jennifer. I love the veining again. This is similar to finlaysonii Hoyas, and that leaf in the back that you barely see is one of the new leaves. This is one of my absolute favorite Hoyas, Hoya latifolia, with this almost heart-shaped splashy leaf, and it's very big. This is one of the older leaves. It's still new. It grew here. Older leaves are a bit wilty, but I think the new leaves are great. And then this is Hoya australis, a cutting from a larger australis that I have, and it's semi-hydro. This is Hoya carnosa crimson princess with very beautiful red new leaves that I love. This is Hoya shepherdii, and it kind of has something that I think might be a peduncle, and I'll try to get closer to it. We will see if it will bloom or not. And then this is again Hoya crimson queen with very interesting leaves. Some of them are almost white, completely white, and then some of them are green with cream edges. Another Hoya linearis that was 3 times smaller than this, but it's growing really nicely, I think, and I love it. I really hope it grows fuller soon. And then the next Hoya that I have, actually this Hoya has a new growth here. you can, I'm trying to get it out. Okay, you can see it kind of looks funky, but it's still lovely. And then this is Hoya australis that is crazy. It just grows everywhere it wants to, and it doesn't want to grow where I want it to grow. It does have a peduncle here, and last time it tried to bloom, I kind of didn't water it enough, so the peduncle, it just dried up. So this is a new one, a new growth. And then this is absolute favorite Hoya of mine. This is Hoya macrophylla with variegated edges. And you can see they kind of get a reddish margin under the light. And some of the leaves can have a more of a greenish edge to them as well. Like light green. You can kind of see they're a bit different. And then also it has very nice veining on the leaves. Some of them are yellowish, the edges. Some of them are limeish, I guess. I love when they're limeish on the edge. I think it looks really, really nice. And then, yeah, this is australis, the one that you just saw trying to probably strangle me or strangle all of my other plants. It just grows from all over there. You can see it kind of twists around, and then there is a new shoot, new vine that wrapped around my tomatophyllum, trying to strangle my tomatophyllum, and then it goes up, 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 and I don't know what the path of this Hoya is. And this is Hoya bella that it's currently in bloom. It's very lovely, very easy to bloom, I think, and the flowers smell quite pleasant. The scent is not too strong, and it has several peduncles. You can see a couple of them here, and then I think there is at least one more. Let me just find it. It's right here. So yeah, that's very nice. And then this macrophylla has one very, very large leaf. It's right here. It's absolutely huge. I love it. Don't look at my monstera dansonia. It's embarrassment. But yeah, this is Hoya macrophylla with one huge leaf. And then I have more Hoyas, of course, on the other side. This is Hoya memoria. The new leaves are a bit reddish, and then they fade to this green with splash. This is a new vine that grew. It's growing slowly, but I think it's a reliable grower. Hasn't bloomed yet. I hope it will bloom this summer. And then this is Hoya pubicalyx, and this is what Hoyas do when you let them do what they want. They just wrap around everything and they find their way, which is not where you want them to go most of the time. But I love the black new leaves on this one. I think it's like a goth plant or something. It's quite beautiful. I love it. I wish it would stay like this, actually. This is another pubicalyx. This is, I think, red buttons. It grew this vine with only 2 leaves, and then it's starting to grow another vine closer to the base, but the leaves have a bit of splash on them. This is the second vine. This is another Hoya bella just randomly sitting there that I need to repot because this dries out too fast. And then this is Hoya retusa, I think. And let me just try to focus. Okay. I love this Hoya because it's so different than other Hoyas. The leaves are really, really interesting to see. And I think it's very, very awesome, actually. And then another Hoya that I have here is Hoya serpens with one yellow leaf. It's an embarrassment. Don't look at that. With a bunch of peduncles. This one I hear is very difficult to get to bloom. It does have peduncles but no buds on them yet. And very cute small leaves with a bit of splash if you can see them. And kind of wrinkly. It's the way they are. And also fuzzy, a bit fuzzy. Hairy leaves. I love hairy leaves. And then the next one is that australis that you saw. It's cutting from the previous one, and then it wrapped around the ladder. This is my semi-hydro experiment, and then it has this new vine that is growing and then wrapping around the ladder. It's not meant for it because I don't know what it's doing. This is Hoya varieties, and it's kind of similar to that Cantiniana, and that's why I think the previous one is Cantiniana, because this one has smaller leaves and kind of a black margin, if you can see, and the leaves are thinner. So we will see when they grow a bit more which one is which, and if they are different at all. I think they are. We'll see. The time will tell. And then this is Hoya breviolata. It has very cute leaves. They're roundish, kind of remind me of some coins. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. And then they also have a bit of splash on them, and if my camera will let me focus, you will see there several silvery dots, also fuzzy leaves. Very, very interesting. If you don't water it, they will get wrinkly. So yeah, stay on top of watering with this one. But again, not overwatering is the key with all Hoyas. This is Hoya caudata with a silver leaf. This one is of course red because it's very close to the light, but I think it still looks awesome. And then you can see if we go to the bottom, if the letter will let me, these are older leaves that I received it with, and you can actually see here that it's silver leaf. This is Australis, not this caudata. And then the last one is this Hoya meredithii. This was actually darker green, but I think with more light the leaves got lighter green, but it still looks very, very interesting, and it has a new growth here. And let me just try focus. There you go. Hope it grows fast.
Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed that video. I hope you found some interesting Hoyas that you like, that you might want to try to grow in your own home. And maybe seeing the light and the distance from the light was also useful. And of course, I wanted to make another video in the future about my Hoya wish list. So let me know in the comments below if that's something that you want to see. I don't expect to be able to get all of the plants for my Hoya wish list because of the virus and things that are going on. Things are moving slowly or not moving at all, so we'll see about that. And of course, let me know if you like the video. Let me know what else you would like me to talk about in the comments below, or, you know, just whatever you would like. Again, thank you all for watching. You can connect with me on Instagram on basie.plants. And that would be all. Have a great weekend and see you next time. Goodbye.